Welcome back to the Box Score. It's our final episode of Season 21, but we're ending the season with a bang. This episode, we'll be giving live score updates for the NBA playoffs, Champions League predictions, and a return of a fan favorite segment later on. Now we move to some breaking news in the basketball world. The NCAA has made the decision to expand March Madness to 76 teams, and the NBA has introduced some new draft lottery rules to stop tanking. I have Daniel O'Toole and Zack Jewel here with me to discuss. Zack, what's going on with this NCAA thing?
So basically, we don't know a lot right now what's going on, but what we do know is next year they're going to have 76 teams in March Madness. They said they're going to have everything figured out by May of this year, so we'll be able to have a better look on what's going to happen, how these bids are going to be given to specific teams, and just the overall flow. But honestly, I'm not a huge fan, Jasper.
Sure. I mean, why not, though?
I mean, I think it's more enjoyable to watch when there's less teams. I think the reason behind that has to be just, the regular season leading up to it, the conference tournaments, the mid-major tournaments. Those are more exciting because there's less spots for teams to get into the tournament.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, like I said, we don't know right now how those extra teams are going to get bids, whether it's automatic or at large, stuff like that. But it seems like if it's at least at-large bid, that we could see more Power 4 teams get it, which is something I don't really want to watch.
Yeah, you see a Bowling Green versus Duke round one.
Yeah, exactly.
Point loss. Yeah.
Any
thoughts?
Of a first-round matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, it's exciting. You get more basketball, but we already have, not to say we already have enough with March Madness, but with 64 teams already, I mean, I just feel like we're being greedy at this point. It follows a similar line the NCAA has been following with the expansion of the college football playoff. We're now seeing an even bigger expansion of already bloated March Madness format.
I think the bigger of the two news is this NBA thing, though.
For sure.
Like, I mean, NBA decided that not this year, but next year the draft will have a completely different lottery.
It's insane.
There'll be 16 teams eligible for the first pick, and the bottom 3 teams won't have as a big of a chance as the 4 through 10 picks. That's crazy to me, Danny.
I feel like the NBA, they should have taken, me and Cam were talking about this before the show started. We feel like they should have taken a page out of what the PWHL does. And for people who don't know, once a team's mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, they then build points to fight for the number 1 pick and fight for draft position. It says now, if you want to stop teams from tanking after they're eliminated, you have them compete.
Yeah.
That's going to make for more entertaining games in March and in February when some teams are already out of it. Like
I also think it's a little difficult, though, to really, harm a team like the Wizards or the Nets, like a team that's not – I don't even know if they're trying to tank.
They're just so bad.
They're just so bad. Yeah. And like you said, for the bottom 3 teams to only have 2 lottery balls and for 4 through 10 to have 3, it just doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I mean, we'll have to see how this is very, very new news. The NFL draft was this past weekend, and some of the picks certainly caught people off guard. Here to break down the top picks and biggest moments are Daniel O'Toole, Veal, Titus Graves, and Zack Jewel. I mean, first overall pick, Fernando Mendoza. I don't think that was too surprising to anyone.
Yeah. No, I don't
Everyone
think it was.
saw that one coming.
People knew that was going to happen.
I thought Pavia was going to go number 1.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I had that on Cal Street.
Garrett Nussmeier. Kate Club first overall.
Yeah, I think everyone knew Mendoza was going 1, but I think where it kind of got interesting was right at the second pick. A lot of people had, including myself, had Arvell Reese of Ohio State going to the Jets, but they ended up going with the other edge rusher, David Bailey at Texas Tech. Danny, you have more on this, don't you?
Yeah, I remember during the WEVN NFL Draft Live show when David Bailey was announced as the New York Jets' second overall pick. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I thought Arvell Reese was the best edge rusher in this draft, and when I saw the New York Giants drafted him, I was excited. I almost jumped out of my seat, and actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to get on my seat right now and talk about Arvell Reese.
Let's see.
Here's the thing about Arvell Reese. I absolutely loved him as a prospect coming into the draft. He had just a great All-American year at Ohio State. Finished with 10 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks, All-American. I mean, he is this year's Micah Parsons. I see that, and I think the Giants got an absolute steal, and the Jets jetted. I mean, if we can roll these highlights, I mean, you can just see Arvell Reese, he is an absolute dog in the pocket. He can line up more outside, more inside. It doesn't matter where you can plug him in on a defense. And I just think that's something that a guy like David Bailey might not be able to do. While David Bailey, he does have some freakish speed on the edge, I just feel like Arvell Reese, he's a much more talented and more well-rounded prospect that has the moves and the ability to be able to match up well against NFL tackles, whether it's through spin moves, a collapsing pocket. He's able to do so much as a prospect.
Fair enough. I mean, like we could debate all day which was the correct pick, but we've got more to get through. Next up, Jeremiah Love. I mean, this is an interesting pick. They already have a huge RB core. Like, I mean, what can you say about this, Zach?
Okay, so like honestly, like Jeremiah Love is insanely talented,
Fantastic,
right? Like
yes.
he is the best running back to come out of college since Saquon, in my opinion. So it's like, yeah,
Better than Genty?
yeah.
Ashton, B. John. What?
No, I'm gonna stick with what I said.
Okay.
Nah.
You always have
You're gonna end
crazy
up on a
hot
hot take.
takes.
That's
Zach.
exactly
He literally
what
has
crazy hot takes.
And that's fine.
We might have to load that up real quick.
Can the APs get going?
It's not ridiculous, but
We'll
back
say
to what
that
I
for
said.
next season.
Back to what I was saying.
That's crazy.
Jeremiah Love at 3 is pretty high, especially for a team with Trey Benson, that just traded for Tyler Algier.
Yeah.
Bam Knight, whatever. James Conner's coming back from injury. All those guys with a bad offensive line.
Yeah, you have other neads.
Yeah.
Way more needs. And I was talking to Titus about this. Free Tyler Algier. He just got traded from the Falcons to get away from Bijan, and now he has to deal with Love.
Yeah, and
And James Conner. He's not
Yeah,
even
exactly.
And it's not like Tyler
string.
Allgeier's a pushover backup running back. This is a guy whose rookie year who was a 1,000-yard rusher.
Exactly, yeah.
And he's
Great
coming
player.
into the situation. The reports coming out that he wasn't even aware that the Cardinals were going to go with Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, this is a bad look for an already poorly ran
It
franchise.
just feels like a bad pick when this is such a defensive-heavy draft,
Absolutely.
and they could have plugged one of those
Well,
holes,
no
or
one-
even like a wide receiver at that
Yeah.
to go
If only
with
they
that.
could get a guy like Arvell Reese.
And that's the thing is I think a lot of people had Bailey and Reese going 2 and 3, and then this kind of people had Love going high, but it didn't feel like the Cardinals were going to stay there and pick him. I mean, but then there was another pick right after that was also shocking with Carnell Tate at 4. I mean, Titus, you can talk more about this.
I love it. I love the pick.
Really?
I mean, it's going to the Titans. I mean, they got a new logo. They got a new head coach. They're just trying to start off a new team here. And I just love that's a great pick for them. You know how Ohio State's wide receivers are. They're one piece, and they're a great piece for this team. Cam Ward's going to have a weapon for him, and I don't think he'll be wide receiver 1, maybe wide receiver 2.
Oh, you think he'll be wide receiver 2 behind Alec Ayomanor?
I mean,
Bro,
nah, but I mean, I would love.
Yeah,
He's,
Wandale
I forgot.
1,000-yard receiver, Wandale Robinson.
He was my flex.
My
He was my flex.
fantasy
He was my
goat.
flex. He was my flex.
well, yeah, like I was saying, I definitely feel like he'll be wide receiver 2, but I definitely feel like that's a great piece for Cam Ward to also just have that wide receiver quarterback duo in that conference as well.
I think that, like, kind of building on it, I think it was a situational pick for the Titans. Like, at the end of the day, like, Carnell Tate is really not, like, that strong. And I think the reason that he's not that strong is because the wide receiver class this year, I think, is weaker than it has been. I think
agree with that.
The first 3 guys, obviously, Tyson, Lemon, and Tate are good. But I think this was a reach at the end of the day going so high for a guy that's not even the wide receiver 1 on your own
He
team.
might not be strong, but he sure is fast. I mean,
Yeah,
like I said, Ohio
yeah.
State's wide
Yeah.
receivers are
Yeah.
just
You're gonna
really
get a
that
return on
good.
investment
I mean,
on that when it's a high risk, high reward sort of pick, and it's kind of what the Titans need.
Yeah.
When they're building around Cam Ward, they're going to give him weapons to see what he can do with. And if they do poorly, they're probably going to get a good pick in the next draft.
Sure.
There's probably going to be a lot of wide receivers. You're going to get like Jeremiah Smith in the next draft, maybe.
I think, like,
Teammate
situationally.
thing
exactly,
going
that's
on.
the thing, and I feel like it's not a
I mean,
terrible
we
pick for
can
them.
keep
Yeah.
talking about Carnell Tate, but I think there was another ridiculous pick for some at 6 with Mansour Delane going off the board
Loco
that
native.
early.
No, I
a
love-
lot of people had him going towards the end of the top 10, but
I can
for the
understand.
Chiefs to trade up for him.
I can understand
They
this
lost
for the
Trent-
Chiefs.
they lost
because
Trent McDuffie.
They
Yeah.
lost Trent McDuffie, and just the way those first couple of picks were going in the draft, this was a situation where you get your guy. I mean, for someone like David Bailey to randomly go off the board so high, I can understand for the Chiefs front office to have that urgency, and now you're getting the best corner in the draft, and we know what Steve Spagnuolo can do with guys like L'Jarius Sneed or Trent McDuffie, can just turn these guys into all pros within their first couple of seasons.
Sure. I mean, you said it's a defense-heavy draft, kind of like. Don't want to cut you off. We have lots to get through here. Like Sonny Styles is someone who people either had going really high or a
That's
bit
my
later.
goat
I mean,
right there.
you can
That's
talk
actually
about
my
that,
goat.
right?
I was really excited about this because for me it was him or Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
And I'm only upset that Caleb Downs went to the Cowboys. I'm not upset that we didn't get him because I think Sonny
Commanders
Styles, hey, I'm a Commanders fan. What am I gonna say? We needed people were talking about getting Love or getting a wide receiver.
Yeah.
I'm like, we don't need that. We need to plug the defensive hole, and we need someone up the middle because Bobby Wagner, he's a great player. He's just old. He's so old. He's not gonna be producing like that. And Sonny Styles, they love to talk about his stats and how he's got the longest broad jump and he's as
90.
fast.
He's a
as
freak
Bijan.
athlete.
He's a freak athlete, and his IQ is off the charts. You can see it on the clips here. He knows exactly where the run is going. He is a great run-stopping linebacker. Look at that tackle right there, right on the sideline. And that's exactly what the Commanders need. Our biggest problem on the defensive side was our run stopping. Like, we let Saquon run all over us 2 years ago. So I'm thinking that this is a really good pick for us. I'm not really upset about it. I think he's going to, in my opinion, this is my hot take, I think he will end up being the best defensive player from this draft.
Over who you guys? I think you guys should have taken Caleb Downs. Do you think he's? A lot of people had Caleb Downs going lottery since he was a senior in high school, and he's been nothing but fantastic in college. I mean, does anyone know why he dropped that far?
I think it was just fit. At
Yeah, I think
sure.
it had to do with need for specific teams. Yeah. And at the end of the day, the Dolphins passed on him, traded their pick, and the Cowboys got him. And personally, I don't know how I feel about that as a Dolphins fan.
One
But
correct
Caden Proctor
take with the mock draft was that the Cowboys would end up with Love. I mean, not Love.
Downs.
Downs. I feel like it's a great pick. I mean, of course, no one likes the Cowboys, and we understand like that is the team. But I feel like he's a great pick. They kind of needed a defensive guy.
They need help with their secondary.
They literally do. That's the type of person that they
and
needed.
like with the Commanders, like we have Mike Sainstro. Like that's not a bad pick for us. He's a rookie last year. Like he'll develop. It's not like we're.
You'll see. He wasn't bad.
We needed more up the middle, and the Cowboys needed the secondary. And I think it ended up perfectly fine. Like I'm sad it's the Cowboys, but I think we're getting the better end of that pick.
Yeah, I ultimately think that Caleb Downs, all throughout the entire draft process, I've loved him as a prospect.
I agree.
I think he was honestly the best blue chip prospect out of all of the prospects in this draft. And I think he's going to be, we're still talking about a guy who's drafted within the top 12, but I think he's going to be a steal.
I think he's going to be fantastic.
It doesn't matter if someone's drafted 150th and they end up being a Pro Bowl. It doesn't matter because it's going to be Caleb Downs.
Yes.
No,
I mean,
Sonny Styles.
Well, that wasn't. I think the most ridiculous pick to me personally was Ty Simpson at the team.
For
Yeah.
sure.
My roommate's a Rams
Sure.
fan, and we've talked about this, but I can't see a way where this is the right call.
I can give it a little bit of credit.
Sure.
Okay. I hate the pick. Okay.
Yeah.
However, I can see. Sean McVay hates the pick too.
I was just about to say that.
We
Even
saw
the
his
head
openly
coach.
hates it.
We saw his draft reaction, right?
Yeah,
The Rams management talked to Matthew Stafford and asked if it was okay. And he said yes. I think it's not an awful pick because Matthew Stafford's getting older. Now, the only issue is that he's coming off an MVP. Yeah, he's at the peak of his career. He might be old, but he's still producing.
And then you've got Mekhi Lemon on the board with Puka still in rehab and you're giving Stafford more weapons. Besides, next year's a stronger QB class anyway.
Yeah.
It feels like a panic pick by the Rams to me.
I agree. I feel like that
completely
QB room is crazy. We can't forget about Stetson
That's
Bennett. We
okay.
can't
Go
forget
for it.
about
We can
Japper.
forget.
I'll
forget.
Georgia
forget.
Bulldog
I'll
here.
forget.
I'm gonna remember.
forget about
I'm gonna
Stetson
remember.
Bennett. Okay.
I'm gonna remember. They love the Georgia Bulldog. They got Matthew Stafford. So also they got Gabriel. I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm pretty sure. Garoppolo. Yeah. So like that QB room is like stacked. So why would you try to get Ty? I definitely feel like they could probably get like another like runner back. Maybe because I feel like they don't really
time
have
to win a Super Bowl and compete for a Super Bowl. Why
Exactly.
are you
Why
wasting this
you
pick?
got to
when
use
you
the
need
offensive
Why
weapons.
you need
investing in your
weapons?
future
The
when
Falcons
you need to be
traded
buying
that.
right now.
I feel like I think it felt like a weird pick, but it wasn't even the most ridiculous QB-related thing that happened in the draft. Diego Pavia went completely undrafted,
which is ridiculous,
Who could
by
have
the
seen
way.
that coming?
No.
Who could have seen that coming?
It's ridiculous because he put up the stats. He's a Heisman finalist, and he couldn't even get drafted. I don't care about his whole like mojo and his ego being too big, stuff like that. At the end of the day, he's a talented guy, and he bet on himself the entire time. Went to JUCO, built his way up to being a starting quarterback in the SEC and a Heisman finalist.
and he finally got drafted at like 38.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, it's
give him his flowers. He had a great journey in college, but when it comes down to NFL production, college stats mean nothing. If we were looking at college stats, Bailey Zappi would be the greatest quarterback in the NFL
Case
right now.
Keenum, bro, all-time
Case
Hall of Famer.
Keenum or even Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
College stats don't matter. When
Yeah.
you need to go in the NFL, you need a strong
That's
bill.
a fair take. I mean, we could talk about the NFL
Yeah,
draft
for
for
sure.
an entire episode. There's so many picks, but like we have to move on at some point. I mean, we've come to a commercial break. We'll be back after this, but we'll have a live score update when we return, and yeah, stay tuned.
The grass, the trees, a gentle breeze, a smile, a laugh, a kiss on the cheek. Sing with the wind, then sing with me, a symphony so unique. Rootsy daisy, oh the adventures you'll see. Maybe we'll be bestest of friends, you and me.
Good morning, Emerson. I'm Sam Lawrence.
And I'm Emily Champagne.
Season 44 of Good Morning, Emerson. The first question.
We'll say Emily.
Incorrect. Oh, no.
The Los Angeles Dodgers are World Series champions again.
Popular Halloween spots in Boston in common at the No Kings Parade.
The morning, as there was a low of just 46 this morning.
Rival the Philadelphia 76ers here at the TD Garden.
Comedically talented stars.
And I'm here live at the State House on Election Day.
Gotta hold myself down, 'cause I just can't wait till
This morning, we have our Emerson Update correspondent, Gary Valdivieso, with us, and he's going to tell us more about the Emerson Halloween happening. And that's all we have for you guys this morning. For Good Morning Emerson, I'm Emily Champagne.
And I'm Sam Lawrence.
Thanks for waking up with us.
Welcome back. I mean, Celtics Sixers is off the races. 57-50 Celtics winning. They're closing in on sending the 76ers home, and then Knicks Hawks just got started at the beginning of the first quarter. We'll see how that one turns out as we get further into the episode. Now, the NBA playoffs themselves have been a blast so far. The Luka and Reeves-less Lakers are up 3-1. The one-seed Pistons are just a game from elimination, and we're only in the first round. Now, the NBA Finals are still weeks away, but our talent here on the box score are confident in their picks for who will be there. I've got Zack Jewel, Titus Graves, Logan Braden, and Camila Mancur here with me. Titus, who do you have?
I feel like what I'm about to say isn't really a crazy hot take. I feel like this is kind of like easy to say. So I have the Spurs and the Celtics. I mean, they're both the second seed in their conference, East and West. And I just feel like the Spurs, they're really a young core team. I don't think like no one's really stopping Victor. Not even a concussion. So I feel like he's the type of person that is going to lead that team out that West and just have them coming into the NBA playoffs ready and prepared. And I have the Celtics coming out the East. I mean, they're already playoff like experience. They're ready for that mentality. I mean, I don't really see anybody coming out the East stopping them. I mean, they know how to handle the pressure. They have Jalen, they have Jason, they have maybe the coach of the year. Maybe, I don't know, that may be a hot take. But I mean, I just feel like those two teams are really prepared to like battle coming out the East and coming out the West.
I mean, then who would you have winning that?
Oh, I got the Spurs.
Okay.
I got the Spurs.
Okay. All right, Zach, what about you?
You know, people called me crazy in pitch last week, saying what I said, and I'm going to stand on it.
Okay.
And tell you right now that I got the Hawks and the Timberwolves. And people are going to say I'm insane. People are going to say, well, whatever, okay?
That's 2 6 seeds?
I'm going to block out the noise.
You're insane.
And talk about C.J. McCollum being the greatest scorer of our generation. We're talking about a guy. Our generation. We're talking about a guy who is performing day in and day out at a high level in the playoffs. It's 2-2.
With 35?
It's 2-2 right now in the series versus the Knicks. They get past this, they're making the finals. On the other side of stuff, we got the Timberwolves. Now, I did make this prediction before Dante and Ant went down with injury. Ant will be back in a couple weeks. If Jaden McDaniels can back up all the talk he wants to have, calling everyone on the Nuggets a bad defender, and they can get through this series, and then play the Thunder, maybe Ant will be back for the backup of that series.
Sure.
And potentially we could see a Timberwolves Hawks finals.
Okay,
That's
so
my thing.
T-Wolves Hawks.
The T-Wolves will be the NBA champion.
Okay. I mean, Camilla, you have something similar, no?
I agree with that. I personally agree. I got the T-Wolves versus, unfortunately, the Celtics, as much as it pains me to admit
Fortunately.
I'm sorry, I'm not a Celtics fan. I hate the Celtics. And so, unfortunately, I do agree with Titus. I don't see anyone in the East like winning against them this year. Everyone in the East is kind of weak compared to the West, in my opinion. And so the Celtics, I think, are going to come out of it again. And the Timberwolves, I think if they win the Nuggets series, I think we're going against the Spurs. And then after that, it's probably going to be the Thunder. And I have some stats for you guys. In the regular season, the Wolves actually have a 2-1 lead over the Spurs. And they were all very close games. And with the Thunder, we're tied 2-2. So I think if we were to go against them in a 7-game series, there's a chance we could win.
I mean,
and it's coming back.
The Wolves are one of those teams who play up to competition.
Exactly.
Like you see with the Nuggets series,
Exactly.
they do the same with the Thunder, same with the Spurs. So like they could, if they can get through without Ant, there's something there.
We just gotta hold on till Ant gets back. But I have faith in the Wolves. Ayo played a really good game the other day. Like that was just legacy game, incredible. And so I think if we can keep playing like that, if the defense is locked in, if Jaden McDaniels is locking in and
backs it
actually
up.
being a good defender and making his threes, I think the Wolves are just fine.
Okay, what about you, Logan? Who do you got?
I mean, I'm gonna be a little different than everyone else. I got the Knicks and Lakers. I think.
Alrighty.
I think
No.
the East is so weak this year, in my opinion. I think the Knicks, if they can get through the Hawks, they play Celtics. I mean, that's light. They,
All right.
Hear me out. The Knicks got Cat on the inside. I feel like the Celtics, their prime defense is on the interior. Cat can shoot. So that sort of weakens inside game. And, you know, the Knicks beat them last year. Why can't they do it again? And then on the other side, I got the Lakers and LeBron James. I feel like they've really got a chance here. A lot of people don't think it. But, you know,
It would
LeBron's
make
back in
my
his
day,
prime,
bro.
obviously. So, yeah, I think with Luka Doncic on his way to come back next round and Reeves coming back potentially next game, that lineup and roster gets a lot deeper. So I do think it might be a little bit of a hot take, but the Knicks and Lakers got a good chance.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, like, you guys have heard each other's picks. Is there anything you wanna question about each other? Like,
The Hawks,
Okay.
bro. I'm from Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't
Waiting
even
for that.
think we're
I was
making it
waiting
that
for
far.
that. I was
But, like,
waiting
I mean, of course, the
let me hear
Knicks.
more about the Hawks. Like, what about them
Okay.
is
You have C.J. McCollum, obviously, the greatest scorer of our generation. Already said that. You have Jalen Johnson, right? A rebounder, scorer, passer. He does it all, right?
He was in your MVP ladder.
Yeah, exactly. He does it all, right?
ago.
Then we have Nikhil Alexander-Walker, who most improved player, up like 11 points from last year when he was with the Timberwolves. I mean, that core three is a good core three, and that's a team that can make a run to the NBA championship and fall a little short to the Wolves.
Fair enough.
As much as I would love that to happen so we could have a parade in my city, man, we'll see, though. I just don't think that's happening, though.
I'm not a fan of the Knicks pick. I can't lie.
I'm not a fan of either.
Because you got the
picks.
Hawks beating them.
Well,
but-
okay, let's say they get past the Hawks, right? I do kind of agree with Titus on this thing that, you know, the Celtics are a better team at the end of the day.
I mean, people could say I just think the Knicks, they got a deep lineup. A lot of people might not say that. They got Hart, OG Anunoby, who had 29 points the other day. They have potential for guys to go off during games, and I feel like they can surprise the Celtics.
I also think that in that series, you know, you're talking about this perimeter defense, stuff like that. I think a guy like Luka Garza on the Celtics, he's able to be. He's a great shooter, and he's able to match Cat's shooting and perimeter defense at the end of the day.
I say it goes 7 games, Knicks win.
Okay, we'll see. I mean, some hot takes there, like foreshadowing. But the World Cup is this summer, and there's been a bit of clamor surrounding the exorbitant ticket prices, something that FIFA said would not happen. Here to discuss the prices along with FIFA's problemed history are Camila Mancur and Cam Veal. Camila, what do you got?
Well, Jasper, so obviously there's been some controversy regarding the ticket prices, the changes in seats, transportation. It's just kind of been of a mess all around.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing to highlight here is obviously people, the way that the ticket prices were divided is that you would buy a seat in a certain section, and that was like a fixed price. And some people were checking their tickets recently, and it turns out that they had bought a ticket in sort of like the premium section, and now they changed the areas of those like sections. Yeah, and now they have like lower or like worse seat, and they paid the price for the premium seat.
I have some numbers here. Like 2026, the average ticket price is $1,600 to go to a game.
Yeah.
2022 is $300, and 2018 was less than $100. So
It's definitely, I think, like a reflection of where like it's being hosted, and I think specifically in like U.S. games. I haven't heard a lot about games in Canada or Mexico, but very specifically in the U.S., the way that it's been priced. I have a family friend who spent like $10,000 on tickets.
Wow, that's insane.
And I think that's just absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And you know, FIFA said there were claims of $60 tickets. Obviously, that's not happening. No. And then people who are paying thousands of dollars in tickets are being moved out for VIPs, which probably means like the president and his cronies and celebrities. So it's like you're pricing out real fans, and it's kind of got like a sour feel about the World Cup right now.
They know that in the U.S. there's enough interest, and like the idea of a huge spectacle is such a big thing here that they know they can bump up these prices to the point where people will pay them.
It's just a slap in the face to football fans everywhere. And like the fact that there's going to be a halftime performance now and water breaks so there can be commercials, it kind of just like it's such a slap in the face, and it kind of feels like just like a big like steaming pile of crap where like I know like games played in like Mexico are probably going to be insane because like there's a real culture around the actual football rather than being able to say that you went to the World Cup. And also the idea of like the $150 ticket for the train from Penn Station to MetLife is insane. It's like, again, like I don't know how else to phrase it except like it is a steaming pile of crap. And it just puts such a bad taste in your mouth.
It's very representative of where FIFA has gone. I mean, they're so far like involved in controversy constantly. I mean, you look at to take it to kind of a more serious note, with everything going on with Iran and the U.S., with FIFA's president Infantino working closely with Trump, and he's been very demanding of what to do. He's trying to get Iran out of the World Cup.
Yeah.
And between that and Trump and Infantino and FIFA building that stadium in Gaza, like there's a lot of involvement of FIFA with like some pretty shady stuff.
I mean, like this could also go back to like allowing like Qatar and Saudi Arabia to host their tournaments, and then like building up all these stadiums using questionable labor practices, and then like supporting like a president with like just so much going on. I don't even have to say it.
And like even before then, like all these like past World Cups have all been like sort of have controversy around them. Like, you know, like how Russia paid to have the World Cup there in Qatar too, and it was like all uncovered. And there being like this huge like FIFA conspiracy, and it's like, okay, they ousted out the past president, but is Infantino any better? I don't know.
No, and I think it's just like the organization as a whole has become so corrupt.
Yeah.
And so much more about money rather than the actual quality of the football.
They know how much money they're going to get from
exactly,
this
and
it's
so much. It's so much money.
And so Infantino's he's completely bowing down to Trump, giving him this peace prize, and
oh my God, don't even get me started on that.
Oh my, it's turning away from football, from like the beautiful game, and going towards like strictly entertainment and monetary purposes.
And with everything, you know, about saying like these like water breaks, the commercials, a halftime show, like I feel like one of the big aspects of like soccer is just that, like, you know, it's just the game. There's nothing else.
It's the game.
It's just like the 50-minute break, like halftime, and that's it. There's no commercials on anything, and it's just like all interrupted. And now you wanna have these commercials. You wanna kind of like make it more like to the taste of American audiences who are used to seeing that in like basketball or like football games. And it, like you said, it's kind of taken away from the actual essence of, like, you know, the real football.
Yeah, and like truly, like I would prefer if the World Cup was just hosted in Mexico this year. Yeah. It would make so much more sense.
The fact that the final is not at the Aztec Stadium.
Oh my God, it's not as Azteca. That's fucking ever. That's bad. That's crazy. My bad. Sorry, I feel a lot about it.
It's a very, very impassioned thing. It's sad that FIFA is kind of come to this, especially with like everything that's going on. And I mean, we can only kind of really see how it goes. I mean, like shifting something a bit lighter though, baseball is back and more confusing than ever. The teams that should be dominating are struggling, and some of the worst teams from years past have turned a new leaf. This is especially clear in the stacked NL East. Over the triple to talk about the bizarre division are Titus Graves, Logan Braden, and Daniel O'Toole. Logan, get us started. What in the hell is going on with NL East?
Oh my God, the Mets are a disgrace to the league, let me tell you. $320 million roster to lose every game. They've lost 13 of their last 15. They got swept by the Colorado Rockies, and they're just terrible. I don't know about you, Daniel, but they suck.
Look, you know, I'm talking about right now, we have the Philadelphia Phillies. And I know this is as paltry as that Mets 9-19 record, but the Phillies have finally done it. They've woken up. Rob Thompson is gone. War is over. T1 Walker, who's just an absolute, like, I think he's one of the worst pitchers in baseball. I think, you know, every time you see him pitch, you know the other team's going to win. It's just an automatic loss. Chalk it up. But he's finally out. They finally released him. The Phillies are finally going, I believe, in the right direction. We know that this is a team who can be to the World Series. This is a team that we know can make the playoffs, and they have the talent. You don't have a lineup of Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, and you don't get there without that talent. But for how they're actually producing on the field this year, when your two best hitters aren't a guy like Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper, and it's Kyle Schwarber and Brandon Marsh, who's more known for his glove, it's a little ridiculous in a way.
For the Mets, their best hitter is Francisco Alvarez, their catcher. He's hitting 240. You got guys like Francisco Lindor, Marcus Semien. You pay so much money, they're all hitting under 230. So just what's going on with that lineup, I have no clue.
Yeah, but I mean, I think we clearly have a quite better team to be talking about right here.
Yeah, let me slide right here.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's look at this. Let's look at this record right here. 20-9. We know Atlanta Braves here, number one in the NL East. we just love to see that. I mean, we have healthy pitching. We definitely didn't have that last season and the year before that with a lot of injuries. We have Jake Baldwin, Rookie of the Year, recent. I mean, I definitely feel like he's going to get like the all-star like spot already in the reserve. And then we have Chris Sale. I mean, I know he's a veteran kind of unk guy, but he's the type of person that can, you know, pitch and like consistently. He's a starting pitcher, so like we have him. Nasty slider, and I just feel like he's the type of person, I mean, you want on the team, and I'm glad he's with this organization here. And we have Bryce Elders back. We have Spencer Strider in the minor leagues. He's going to be doing great when he comes back with the Braves. I mean, I know 20-9 in the start of this month and just the start of this season, but I think we stay healthy. We can have good hitters in our offense with Drake Baldwin, Michael Harris, Matt Olson, Ronald Acuna. I feel like we're definitely going to start that seed by continuing being number one in the NL East.
Yeah, I mean, I wish the Red Sox had pitchers like Sale.
I was going to mention for the Mets, I mean, they need a closer. Devin Williams blows once again. He was terrible for the Yankees last year. He goes to the other side of New York.
They got Luke Weaver at least.
Bro, Williams, 9 innings, 9 ERA. What are we doing? They can't even trust him. They couldn't trust him last year. What happened to him from Milwaukee? Went from the best to the worst.
It's okay. Hot take here, Braves win World Series. You hear from now, I don't really care.
Hey,
AL, NL, I
Phillies
don't
are
care.
up 5-0 on the Giants right now. Start of the Don Mattingly era. I mean, I absolutely love that hire for the Phillies. I mean, you're getting a guy who just helped lead the Blue Jays to the World Series, push the Dodgers of all teams to Game 7. Who else has been able to do that so far
You say
in
that.
this insanely dominant run? But, and I know we're talking if, but
it's a if.
with
It's
all
a
the
big
talent
if.
on this Phillies roster, you're having a guy like Zach Wheeler come back to the staff who we know when he's healthy, he is easily one of the best pitchers in baseball. Things are looking up for the Phillies. Anything can happen. You know, we know what Kyle Schwarber can do when those summer months start rolling in. He becomes like that's when
You got to get there first, so you can't be 30 games under 500.
Hey, calendars keep rolling. They're already on the first step. This is a fresh start for them. The season starts now. I mean, you just got to ignore this number real quick. And
No, don't ignore it. Let people see.
You start
Let
building.
people
You start
see.
building. Hey, real games are really played, we know, in those summer months when it starts to become August and September, and a lot of these divisions heat up, and we know that the NL East can traditionally do that. So
Yeah, but that's how it is with the Phillies. But back to you, Jasper.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I mean, we've reached another commercial break, but when we return, we're going to have another live score update and a debate for the ages. We'll see you soon.
I wanna rock right now. I'm Rob Bass and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock the microphone because
Welcome back once again. Knicks are currently leading the Hawks 27-20 still in Q1, and the Celtics are up 64-56 on the Knicks. On the 76ers. I mean, nobody will ever agree on the best sport. It all depends on where you grew up and what your parents went to and all of that. But here on the box score, if you couldn't tell already, we love to argue. Here with me are Logan Braden, Cam Veal, Titus Graves, and Daniel Toole to state their case as to which of the 4 major U.S. sports has the most exciting playoffs. I mean, Danny, who are you defending?
I mean, it's a league that we were just talking about in these live score updates. There's a reason why, we always do them all the time. It is basketball. We all know it. We all know it that the NBA has the best.
Let him go first. You guys have a little time to
within culturally, when you think about some of the best sports calls within the last 20 years, it's Mike Breen. NBA Finals. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! The best calls in the playoffs are the NBA. The best games happen in the NBA. I mean, look around. We see so many Game 7s happen. That's where the most exciting action is. That's where it happens, when you can see the best stars go out there. And there's so many jaw-dropping moments that we can see. Just with basketball, we can see such legendary performances come from one player. That's what's so unique about it, and that's what's so special about it. When it's LeBron James making a phenomenal block in the 2016 NBA Finals, Game 7, it doesn't get bigger than that. If it's Jason Tatum dropping 56 in Game 7, the most in a playoff series, in an elimination game, it's magical. Yeah. There's nothing like playoff basketball.
Okay, we'll move on to a different
There's something
sport.
better than playoff basketball, and it is the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Okay.
First of all, it's the greatest trophy in sports. I think everyone should agree on that. There's nothing like watching your favorite player lift the Stanley Cup over his head. You can watch Braden Holtby with the save. Most electric moments in all of sports history. You will never see in another sport 2 of the best players dueling so automatically, like it is their lives on the line. You have Alex Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby with dueling hat tricks. You have goaltenders playing out of their mind. He saved that with his paddle. You will see the most Game 7s and the most electric ones ever. You see here, the Giants and the Kings, this electric goal. Look at the crowd pop on that one. It's over, double overtime. You will never see a playoff game go to 7 times overtime, unlike when you will in the Stanley Cup's playoffs. It is the most electric. You'll see guys out there playing with broken ribs, with broken ankles, everything on the line. The hits are that much harder. The goals are that much faster. And you're going to see some unknown fourth liner. Shout out Devontae Smith-Pelly. I don't know where he is. That's my GOAT. You're going to see some guy from the fourth line who hasn't done crap at his entire career suddenly explode for 20 points and a game winner. You're going to see guys on the ice rolling around with their sticks getting in the goal. There's nothing like it. The atmosphere is insane. All respect to every other sport, the Stanley Cup playoffs are the best playoffs of all sports.
I think speaking of atmospheres, I think Logan might have something to say about that.
I mean, baseball, people call it the boring sport, but hear me out. When the playoffs roll around, baseball, the only sport with no clock, you never know what's going to happen or when it's going to happen. We've seen some of the most iconic moments take place with home runs in Game 7s. Danny, you're preaching on Game 7s. We saw it last year, Toronto and Dodgers. That Game 7 is probably one of the best baseball games I've ever watched, one of the best Game 7s I've seen on television. And I just think there's so much unexpected when it comes to baseball. You don't know when someone's going to get the big hit. You don't know who it's going to be. And you preached about the big stars doing them. You know LeBron's going to take the last shot. Curry's going to take the last shot. Baseball, you don't get that. It can be anyone up at any given moment. We saw Rajai Davis hit that home run in 2016. Even though they didn't win, that was still one of the biggest hits ever, and people still look back at that as one of the best moments. And you see it right up there on the screen. I guess we're rolling this Chapman. People still look back at that and say, wow, this guy was hitting 9th. He was hitting below like 200 or something. He came through one of the clutch moments. So just overall, the atmosphere, the people stampeding out the dugout, players flipping over fences as we see here at Fenway Park. David Ortiz hitting a bomb.
You're hitting home. You're hitting home, Logan.
I just think nothing can beat it. Look at this, Danny. Didi Gregorius. I know you love that.
Let's move on swiftly after that one. Titus, your last one up. What do you got?
I think we saved the best for last year. I feel like y'all talk about how we have Game 1, Game 2, Game 3. We have best of 7. Let's talk about one and done here. We talk about the NFL. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. Let's talk about how they come in playoffs and you come into like a home or away. That's one and done. Y'all don't have other chances. Every single player, every 53 roster here only has that one chance. Every possession. It really matters. I mean, I know me, I kind of hate to mention it, but like we know how 28-3 hurts me. You know those comebacks really hurt.
Yeah.
You just never know in an NFL playoff atmosphere. Every player in that field has to do their job. Cam, you talked about how NHL, we talked about most physical. Let's talk about NFL.
NHL hits are statistically harder than NFL hits.
Okay, but let's talk about guardian caps. Let's talk about how a lot of people have concussions. That is really a more crisis, and I just feel like NFL, we have that great atmosphere. Yeah. Who else is tailgating?
That's fair.
That's us.
I think okay, we've reached everyone's kind of first takes. We got about a minute or two left. Like let's hear rebuttals. Like go for each other. I want to hear what you guys
Titus,
got.
I want to come at you real quick about the one and done. I feel like yes, it does make those individual performances stand out that much more, but you end up losing out on more. What if could happen? You get to see more of these performances draw on. You see more players battle back and forth. And now we have to live. We have to live with the fact that there are legends out there within the last 10 years. Guys like a Luke Kuechly, a Matt Ryan, a Julio Jones, who we now know can never have a ring because they had one chance, and that is gone.
First of all, let's relax on that part. Like I'm saying, you are waiting for this one game. In that one game, you're going to take a W or an L. That is what we're waiting on.
But you're
don't
not
really
playing
care
for the
about
home fans either. You're playing in some random stadium. Half the people are watching are rather
That's
going to
the
play
atmosphere
They're here
that
for the halftime show.
see.
There's no halftime show in hockey.
First of all,
there's guys
what
battling.
sport is outside?
You think baseball's
the
the best?
NFL. It could be snowy.
Windy. No. When it's the NHL playoffs, you have to win 16 games. These are the 16 hardest games of your entire life. I'm telling you, guys, every year there's a guy who's playing with like a punctured lung or something. There's guys with like one eye. They can't see out of one eye. And yet, it's the most electric thing you ever watched. I cry watching the NHL playoffs. And it's crazy because I hate a lot of those guys for their, like, whatever they got on the side. But I'm telling you, there's nothing like watching a guy go from game one, never scored in his entire life in the postseason, getting to game 7, and it's the golden goal that wins you the cup. And you're seeing someone who has never won it before. You're seeing your Ray Borks, even Alex Ovechkin, skate around, crying his eyes out, getting the cup passed to him, and doing his lap, holding the cup. It means so much more. The Lombardi Trophy has been passed around. It's nothing special. The Stanley Cup, your name is on it. It's the best trophy. It's the best trophy in all of sports.
I know. I had to cut you off. But, I mean, we love healthy, calm conversation in the box. We got stuff to do. I mean, over in Europe, the Champions League is nearing an end with the final 4 teams battling it out. Over the triple to talk with me about each of the remaining teams are Cam Veal and Camila Mancur. Camila, how about that game today?
Hey, Jasper. What can I say? I think we can just agree on the fact that that was absolute cinema. Like
absolute cinema. One of the greatest games of all time.
Exactly.
Listen, I know there's a lot of people that say that this is going to be the UCL final, and I think that this was one of the greatest games we'll see of all time.
I think it has to be. You see 9 goals in a game. Like, you see such incredible offense, 2 stacked teams. Like, I mean, let's break it down. Like, what about the game was so special for you guys?
You can go first on that one.
I mean, I honestly just think that, first of all, the quality of the goals, it was just, all of them were great. I mean, probably except the penalty, but even then that was still well taken.
That's still 7 non-penalty.
Still a good penalty. But just like, I want to highlight like Bayern's last goal was just really, really good. And
Luis Diaz, man.
Yeah.
He's a baller.
He's gonna ball for us at the World Cup. That's what I'm banking on for Colombia. But I just think that both teams were very, very on par with each other, and that's why I think the second leg is just gonna be really exciting because I think we really don't know who's gonna come out of it. I don't know what do you think?
I think that home field advantage played a big deal in the match today. I think like PSG, they have an insane fan base, and Bayern as well. And I think that when they go back to Allianz Arena, I think Bayern might edge them out. My prediction is a 4-3 victory to Bayern, and then going to penalties.
Aggregate.
And then I just think that I want to shout out, like, as much as it pains me to shout out this man, but Harry Kane, absolutely insane. And then also Michael Olise, like, he is a baller. Like, they're making their Ballon d'Or like arguments right now.
Yeah,
I think it's something to do against like the previous champions. It's a crazy statement to make.
If Bayern successfully win and they keep moving, I think the Ballon d'Or debate will be Kane or Olise. Like, who is more like crucial to their team winning that treble. I mean, but we've got a second game to go to. I mean, Atletico, Arsenal, I think for many will be the antithesis of the game we just watched.
I don't know what you're talking about.
People are saying 0-0.
It's going to be a great game.
It's going to be
a
so
beautiful
boring.
game.
All right.
It's going to be like either 1-0 or 0-0.
I don't want to hear talk from somebody whose team isn't even in the Champions League right now.
I don't care.
Okay?
At least my
you
team
imagine
is
your
not
team not being in
bottling
the Champions
the
League?
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. Mind you, that's not even over. Here's the thing.
It's over.
I know people think that it's going to be boring, it's going to be whatever. I don't care. A win is a win, and I hope that it happens. Let me just knock on wood right there. I think it's going to be a good game. I think these teams, they have very similar philosophies, and that's all I'm going to say about that. And when we played each other last time, a certain team came out on top, and it was the team that deserved it. And I think people are going to like try and minimize whatever team comes out in this next one and be like, oh, well you know, the UCL final was PSG versus Bayern, blah, blah, blah.
Because
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay? One of these two teams and PSG or Bayern, one of them will be in the final. And regardless, I think it will be a good final. I think they.
Yes, I do agree.
Well, yeah, Arsenal losing 4-0 will be a good final.
Where are you guys right now in the Prem? Just say it out now. Say it.
We don't need to.
Everton's 11th, mind you. This is coming from an Everton fan.
I just wanna say, you know, like I think Arsenal are already in hot water as is, but I think if they lose against Atletico, I think it's over for Arteta.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
Regardless of whether they win the Premier or not.
You think a Prem win won't save Arteta's career? I think he's there if he wins any trophy, but I don't think it will happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen. Like
let's not put some bad juju out there.
I'm trying to
be unbiased.
put bad
From
juju.
an Arsenal fan, I do think Arteta's time at the club is nearing its end. I think, like, God forbid, I'm not even gonna say it. If there is an unsavory end to the season, I think he's gone. I think that if there is a savory end to the season, I think next year it is the job of the club to give him what he needs to keep the success going. And if he can't, then he's gone. I've gotten upset with him more recently with his tactics and managerial sense, and I think it should be a change coming soon. I think you never want to stay with your manager for that long unless it's like, you know, it's Pep or whatever. But I do think a change is coming. I think regardless of what happens, God willing, it will be savory and it's going to be great, and I'm going to be eating good out of that Champions League trophy. So we'll see.
I think you have a higher chance at the Prem, honestly, if we're being for real.
I don't want to say. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let my eyes do the talking.
When Everton crush Man City in a couple weeks, then we'll save Arsenal.
If that happens, Jasper, I will give you $20.
I'll take it.
If Everton, like,
it's on record.
It's on. It is live. We're live.
Beat Man City. Hold on. If Everton beat Man City and Arsenal win the Prem, I'll give you $20.
All right, sounds good.
Follow it up on socials, guys.
Sounds good. I mean, we'll see if tomorrow's game is going to be exciting as the Bayern PSG game. Spoiler, I mean, it's not going to be. But anyway, our field talent recently went back to TD Garden ahead of the Celtics playoff series against 76ers to interview fans. Let's see what they've got.
I'm Peyton Rhoda. I'm Chris Murphy. And we're here with the box score field team out front of TD Garden. Today, the 76ers are playing the Boston Celtics. It's game one of the playoffs. It's pouring rain. And what else?
Look what we're doing for you guys over at the studio right now. We're doing a lot. It's pouring rain. The Celtics are in the first round of the playoffs. The Celtics weren't even expected to be here, and they're here. And I don't think we were expected to be here either. So
Absolutely not.
Hey, look at us. We're repping. Listen,
Hey.
he might have a Sixers shirt on, but I still respect him. I love him.
Hey, lots of love to Boston, but I hope the 76ers absolutely dominate today. All right, let's go talk to some fans and see how they're feeling.
Big series ahead for the Celtics. Do you think they can pull it off?
Absolutely. I think 5 games, I'm thinking. I think the Sixers are in trouble.
Both are rooting for the Sixers today. Very few Sixers fans out here. You think the Sixers can pull off the upset today?
Hopefully, but I'm not too sure.
No.
Sixers are lucky to be here right now.
We're going to absolutely roll them if there's no Embiid.
What's your name?
Mr. Celtics, Linsdale.
Mr. Celtics. This guy knows it. This guy knows it.
Classic.
Come on, look at this.
That's classic. That's me.
Do we think the Celtics can make the finals and bring home another championship and maybe see another parade?
Do I think? I know. There's no confusion. And this is facts.
They're definitely going to the finals for sure. I think we're going to blow these people out. Celtics in 4. I'm not even worried at all.
I think so, yeah. We got this. Let's go Celtics!
She gets it too. Look at these two.
5-game series, tops.
I don't see any team besides OKC being able to beat Boston in 7 games.
What we get in this year, one, is that we do have a good coach. 2 is that we have really good leadership in that locker room. And 3, we have a bench that is a workforce, and we have a bench and that believe, and that's what's going to take us to the other level.
Who do you think needs to step up today, if anyone, or is Celtics just going to steamroll them?
I mean, if Tatum's playing well, then I mean, it's over.
A game where we have to make a statement. Detroit's a little too confident right now. I think what you need to do is you need to crush that confidence in this series. Just completely destroy these guys. Tatum put up 40, Brown put up 40.
Tatum coming back, it's just unbelievable. You look at all these other guys that have, come back from Achilles injuries. They're not the same and this and that, but the Celtics, the energy that they have, Tatum back in the lineup, even with the injury, I just think it's incredible. And at this point, they should be favorites to win at least make the NBA Finals. And I think short of that is a disappointment compared to the beginning of the season. We're like, make the playoffs and everything will be great. And what a season not waste and this and that. And now here we are speaking finals. It's incredible.
If we do go to the finals, who do you think is going to win Finals MVP?
For me, in my eyes, I would say Peyton Pritchard.
I love that. Really?
Peyton Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard coming off the bench. Peyton Pritchard.
I love that take.
And then what's the final score of today's game?
123 to 103.
I'm going to go 112 to 89.
115-92.
114 to 94.
All right.
115 to 102.
That was it for the box score field team. Hey, it's going to be an interesting game. They got a mixed bag of responses. I've seen some Sixers fans here, and I'm hoping they show out tonight. But
I think they will show out tonight. The Sixers fans are always loud. They're always here. Whether you guys like it or not, it's going to happen. And look, go Celtics. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Hey, that was it from our last time we're going to be out here. But, hey, thank you so much for the box score. Thank you so much for the field team. It's been fun. It's been great.
It's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys so much. And for the last time, back to the studio.
I'd be excited if the Celtics reach the finals. Anyway, we've reached our final commercial break, but when we return, one last score update and the anticipated return of Hot Take Take Back. We'll be right back.
Yeah, Jackie, I get that. You're back. Oh, gotta go. Hey, you're the first real gamer I've seen all morning. Check this out. Super Gamers Weekly on Freebie. Wow.
What's this one?
Oh, this is, Critical Damage on Emerson channel. Here, look at these radical colors.
Wow, Crit's got real gamers.
Hey, over here.
I like Critical Damage, and it broadcasts live.
Kids, this show there.
I'll watch Critical Damage on M-Chan.
I knew you'd say that.
Critical Damage. More action, more laughs. By gamers, for gamers. Only on the Emerson channel.
I don't know, you make me nervous. Oh, I don't really get close to people.
Why not?
Because people always leave.
Are you happy?
Why wouldn't I be happy?
Nothing. You're really smart.
Sometimes I wish I wasn't.
And why is that?
Because then I wouldn't be aware of the fact that we're here for two different reasons. That was a long time ago.
Feels like yesterday.
Hello, welcome back. Right now, Celtics, Sixers is close, 86-85, and Knicks, Hawks, not so much, 43-27. Sorry, Titus. But welcome, regardless, it's okay. It's still early, not even halftime yet. Welcome to Hot Take Take Back, our fan and talent favorite segment. The rules are simple. We'll show a hot take that a talent has given this season, they'll guess who said it, and that person will have a chance to take it back or stick to it. Now let's meet the teams. Team 1, over here to my left, is Cam, Camila, and Titus. Everyone clap.
The winning team, y'all. Yeah.
And team 2 on my right is Zach, Logan, and Danny. Everyone clap? No.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you guys ready? Team 1, you ready? Team 2 ready?
Yeah.
Okay. First person can come on up.
Zach's locked.
Let's go, Zach. Come on.
Okay.
Am I looking at the screen here?
Or yeah, we graphics should be up. First hot take. I mean, here we go. All right. First hot take. Let's see. We've got. Okay, so someone had BYU winning March Madness. Zach, who is that?
This bozo is Jasper Hughes.
That's correct. That's correct. 1 point. So, all right. Okay. What a great photo, by the way. What a handsome man. I'm gonna take this opportunity to kind of defend myself a little bit.
Okay.
When I made that pick, I didn't realize that their second highest score was out, and also I was really high on AJ Bonsa. That's all I can say. Would I have done it again? Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay. All right. So 1-0 to this team. Okay. You ready? Next.
We're gonna win.
Next hot take. Let's see. Who picked UCLA to win the women's tournament? Yes.
That was. Oh my God, Zach.
It was Zach. 1-1. All right. I mean, not much to take back here, but you want to talk about that pick?
Great photo of me.
That's a crazy lock-in.
Yeah, I
I
loved
was
it.
correct.
And he was right.
As always.
Okay. All right. Back to line. We'll see that holds up. Okay.
Come on, Titus.
You ready, Titus?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe you can make up for your Hawks losing by winning.
Not too much on my goat, actually.
You know, it's not. It generally isn't over. I believe. I want the Hawks. I don't like the Knicks. Okay. Who said the Clippers are contenders? Yes.
Why do I feel like that's a Zach?
Is Zach your final answer?
Yeah.
It was not Zach. Don't reel it yet. You get a chance to steal, and then I'll give a hint.
It was a stray.
You be saying some crazy stuff,
I'm
bro.
always right.
No.
Who said that?
Is that Camila?
It was not Camila. I'll give you guys a hint.
Can I
Is
say
there
it
another
again?
chance? They are not on this episode today.
Okay, I know.
Rico.
It's not Rico.
It's not Rico?
Oh, shoot.
Is it Joel?
It was Joel. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't think. All I can say, he's not here. He's not here to defend himself. All I can say is that I told Joel to talk about the Clippers and talk about.
You forced him to say that.
I said to be positive. I did not force him to say they would be contenders. That was a bit of a stretch. Okay. All right. Let's go back. Let's go back to the first one. I'll read it again. Who had the Hawks beating the Knicks in 6? Zach.
Was it Titus?
It was Titus.
I was gonna say.
It's okay. It's not over. It's over. They could come back.
Nobody said it was over. Who said it was over?
Danny said it wasn't.
It's never over.
I mean,
I don't think it's
Titus.
over.
Do you still think that's gonna happen?
I hope so. I
You're
don't know,
crazy.
man.
They're down by 20.
You know what? I'm gonna believe in myself. Believe in my team.
Yeah.
Hawks
They
and
can make the comeback. They can make the
You should try
comeback.
being an Arsenal fan.
I mean, you guys. Okay, so team 1, you guys are gonna have to get all 4 of these next ones right if you want to win. They are 3-1. We're not all 4, but they're up.
Yeah, okay, but what is the last one?
We'll be the last one to winner takes all. Why not? Okay. All right, next one. Who said the Timberwolves are gonna shock the Nuggets again in the playoffs? Yes.
Was that me?
It was not.
It was not me?
Who was it?
Zach.
It was Zach. It's a 4-1 lead. Zach. Okay, let's talk.
Oh my God.
But I will stick on that. I will stay on that. I will stand on that. Oh, thanks, Maya.
Oh, look at that.
Thank you guys.
Oh my God.
3-2 right now. It's gonna be 14.
Okay, we'll see.
I mean, I
Okay.
think you did say that.
All right, we've got 3 more. Let's see. Okay.
Okay, come on.
Next hot take.
You got this, Titus.
This is the year for the Gunners.
You know who that is?
Titus.
I'm gonna ask my team. Team.
No, you know it.
Not sure if that's allowed.
No, you know it.
That one.
Titus, look at my necklace.
Cam.
It was Cam. No one else could have that bad thing.
That was a tough one.
It's a great take.
Use your chance to defend.
That's a great take.
Okay.
That's not a bad take.
Kim, you're locked in.
None of the season is over. It's not a bad take.
Okay. All right. So it's 4-2. You guys need both of these if you want to win. Okay.
Cam, you got this.
Who said the Mariners are a World Series team?
Daniel O'Toole.
It was Daniel O'Toole. What in the world was he thinking? Let's see. Daniel, here's your chance to defend yourself.
If there's anything, look, if there's any sport where we give the most overreactions, it's baseball. There's still 100 and something games left in the season, 150 something
that was
games
like
left
a
in the season. The Mariners are still built on a team with talent. Julio Rodriguez is a notoriously slow starter. We know he's going to end up being one of the best players going forward, and they have the pitching to end up winning the World Series. So I still stand by that.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, last one, and this one's 2 points. So the winner of this last one is going to win the whole thing.
Okay.
We can't have ties on the box score. We're too competitive. Who said that ABS has killed the umpire?
Rico.
It was Rico. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's a W.
Okay, hey, what a way to end this season. One final huge thanks to our cast and crew for all of their hard work. And thank you all for watching. This show would not have been possible without all of your support. The Box will be returning this fall for our 22nd season. Till then, I'm your host, Jasper Hughes. Before I let everyone go for tonight, I want to give a quick shout out. Come here. Titus, my brother, he's been with us for 2 years. This is going to be his last season with on the show. And I just want to give you a thanks. You've been great. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good night.
Night.
My goat.
Jasper.
Yeah, bro.